Why are we going there? It's actually a really important question, nobody can answer it. We can ask kids about it, we can ask adults, elderly or school kids, and still no answer. Can anyone answer where would people go on an electric car with a trunk full of charging stations? Hello everyone, it's Moscow Tesla Club. My name is Igor and this is Anton. A huge thing is happening today. We've been after this for 3 years, since we started developing charging infrastructure. Today we're paving the way to Europe. It's still a narrow way, like this. Like this, look. Vyazma, Smolensk. We have said this many times, in order for you to use an electric car in the city, you don't need charging stations, everyone charges where they park. And we do have a supercharger, but there is no easy way to travel. A lot of planning and contacting hotels goes into this. Planning, checking plug share. If you look at the map, Moscow is like an island where there are a lot of charging stations. And Europe. So, Moscow, and then you can go to St. Petersburg. Yeah, a little bit to St. Petersburg. But where do you go next? Maybe Europe. There's just an empty space. But we have everything in the back. Our goal is to have an easy solution to the traveling problem. Just get in the car and go. Yep, just go. Europe's at your disposal. We'll solve it today. Crazy story, it just so happened that we needed to leave today, and yesterday Teslas we had at the club were not available, just a coincidence. But I call Anton and go, and I say, let's do this. Would you like to travel 400-800 kilometers tomorrow morning? Vyazma, Smolensk. I say, look, I've been in Smolensk 15 years ago. I wanna see how city changed, and I've never been in Vyazma at all. I wanna see how it all looks like. Russia. Motherland of Tesla and elephants. We're pretty much done, we've packed our charging stations and ready to go, and we'll see how it all turns out. Yep, let's do this. Pave the way. Alright, we are on our way. We're going, if you can call it that. We're driving in a very efficient way. At the very least, we'll have 319 kilometers of charge left. Driving with a speed of 0 kilometers per hour. Yeah, 0. No wait, it's 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 14, 12, yeah. That's pretty much how we're driving on a Minsk highway. We left Moscow and we have huge plans. Like we said, we want to pave the way to Europe. It's an incredible project that has been hypothetical for a very long time. A year and a half ago, I drew this map where I showed that we need to get to Chademo. And while you drew that map to get to Chademo in Estonia, Chademo opened in Minsk. Right, there are Chademo stations in Minsk. The last road trip we had in winter showed that from Minsk and further, even before Minsk, when you cross the Belarus border, it's all good there. The grass is greener, coconuts and bananas growing everywhere, everything is right. First gas station you see has a Chademo station. The thing is to get there. The last road trip showed it's tricky to even get to Smolensk. Right, you were how many kilometers short? We had a Model 3 and 85D, and the 85 just got tired. So at that point we realized we absolutely need a charging station in Vyazma. Because it's 200 kilometers. It's a perfect pit stop. I spent the last 2 weeks calling every hotel and restaurant in Vyazma, and nobody gets it. What's a charging station? What does a car have to do with it? How many of those are out there? And it's hard to explain that because of this station it will develop further, and it's a great thing. So the thing is, our road trip took a turn. It all started with a charging station opening event in Sheremetyevo airport. Earlier this morning. There were politicians, people from the airport and oil business owners, oil companies and gas stations. And today is the day when people from Moscow collectively decided to leave the city. Don't know if it has anything to do with the FIFA World Cup, but everyone's leaving. We covered 70 kilometers in... like we calculated how much time we spent. 2.5 hours. We covered 70 kilometers in 2.5 hours. So good thing we took flashlights with us, because we'll be setting up the charging station at night. Definitely not before the dawn. We are driving in Vyazma direction and no traffic could stop us from getting to the future. Hooray, comrades! We're exiting Moscow area and entering Smolensk area. Hooray! Let's look at the road here. Finally, it's almost 8 p.m. 7:52 p.m. and we left at 4:30 p.m. We could have already set up the station, had a dinner, flown a drone, and be on our way to Smolensk. Here we are at this point. Yeah, this moment. Yeah. And the reason we are doing this is so that does not happen anymore. So that there will be more stations on PlugShare that Tesla will know. So you can plan your trip easily and have a place to charge every 200 kilometers. A couple of stops till Minsk, and then off to Europe. Straight ahead, destination Vyazma. It's 11:58 p.m. It's almost midnight and it's a very special moment. Is power on? Yeah. Do I pull the switch? How does it show it's on? Here we go. 1. It's alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's blinking. That's it. Everything's in order. It's on. Is it on? Yeah. It blinked exactly like they described it in Germany. Natalie, you have to film it from every angle. Take 0. Take 0. So, my colleague, take that and put it in. We'll see it now. The car will tell us if it's charging. We put it here first. Yep, got it. Got it. And now, be so kind. Look at this. It's blue. Film this, here. 32 out of 32 AMP. It's the first time in my life that I add a charging spot on PlugShare. Alright, it's a special moment. We spent the whole day driving here and whole night setting it up. And it all works today. The first car charged on M1 highway in Vyazma. In Amphora Hotel. It's incredible. Thanks so much to this person who helped us and let us do it here and made it all possible. I want to thank Tesla and Moscow Tesla Club for setting up this charging station that charges those incredible cars. I think we got a little closer to Europe and to the world. Congratulations on the grand opening. I want to invite all tourists on electric cars to our historic town. There are a lot of things to see here. It's a very great town, and there are a lot of to see and there are a lot of to show. My car is the first to come to this great hotel called Amphora, and the first to charge from this station. My car is a lucky car, because it brought this station here from Moscow. I have a lot of reasons to be happy. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, beautiful surroundings, nature. Okay, this is the moment. On 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. That's awesome! Good morning, guys. It's not really a morning anymore. We woke up at 7:30 a.m. Everything's not according to plan. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 hours. It seems like the day just started, but we spent 5 hours on talking, filming, and now we're going to Smolensk. It's actually till the very last moment that we didn't know if it will happen in Smolensk. But we'll try for it to go as planned. Thanks to our colleagues in Smolensk who helped us out. And our plan is to come to Smolensk and then drive all the way back all in one day. And that's where we started thinking that our own charging station in Vyazma might help us with this, because Moscow to Smolensk is 400 kilometers. 385. But it all depends on how fast you're going. Plus, we will not be fully charged when we come to Smolensk. So here's the question. Do we continue to drive like that, going 150 kilometers per hour and rush to Smolensk? Or do we go 110 kilometers per hour and keep that speed, which is, first of all, within a speed limit, and secondly, it's a cruise speed for Tesla. We drove 54 kilometers since we left Vyazma, and it took us 35 minutes, which means our average speed is about 100 kilometers per hour. And on average, we spent 265 watt per kilometer. So where's the sweet spot? It's the ultimate paradox. The faster you go, the faster you will run out of the battery. But time's important for us, so we can go faster, discharge faster, and we'll have to spend more time charging. Or we can go slower, discharge slower, and spend less time charging. And that's where fast charging comes in. The difference between 50 kilometers per hour and 70 kilometers per hour gives you time to get back. You can just go faster, because you know you will recharge faster. But yeah, we're thinking we need to fully charge in Smolensk. There are no other option. And we have to do it quickly. Meaning we should quickly put up the station, so that the car can use all the energy this hotel has to offer. And we might need to make a quick stop at the Amphora hotel on our way back. Yes, this seems likely. And we'll have to go 110 kilometers per hour to Amphora, because when we were setting up cameras, I pinned the spot on the map, and when we get to Smolensk, we should have 45% of charge left. It's 42 already. Right, this is what happens when you let yourself go faster. It was only a kilometer or something, and it's 41% of charge left. I estimated about 30%. I think it seems likely. We talked and I said we'll have to charge 2/3 of a battery. So it's Vyazma to Smolensk, but we did drive around Vyazma in the morning and had 19% left. So we expect the range to be somewhere from 90% to 30%, even though it's just a half of the way. We talked a little about Tesla's handling, how it all comes together. People who strip the car down say that everything that has to do with powertrain, wheels, everything that's at the bottom of the car, is state-of-the-art. It's made in a crazy way, and they have insane batteries. Clearly they have geniuses over there in charge of handling. All those test cars they have driving around are not there just for fun. Besides that, Tesla had to really work on some things. One of those is handling, because Musk has a thing about it. It had to be a super great car to drive. Safety is also a big thing. 5 stars, all that. Tesla might have not even existed if that McLaren didn't crash. When I still played video games, there was a Need for Speed 2. Do you remember it? The McLaren was the most interesting car you could choose. Driver's seat was in the middle. And you were like, McLaren, what's McLaren? Elon earned money after he sold the company. PayPal. Yeah, PayPal. There's a video in internet after his successful deal. He's wearing this huge jacket. He's this young Silicon Valley entrepreneur, and they bring this car to his house and he's meeting them. Back then it might have been the coolest jacket, 2 sizes too big. He looks like a Russian mafia man from the 90s. He dresses differently now, but the video is great. It captured this authentic moment. He crushed that McLaren. The story is he was in the car with some investor or engineer, and the car crashed after the phrase, "Everything usually happens." He said, "Watch this." Floored it. The car started and skidded, and then he lost control of the car, spinning off the highway, and crashed it. Nobody was hurt, but the car was gone. I'm pretty sure that's when he set the goal to make the greatest mass-production sports car. Like Model S. Not only it had to be the fastest sport car, but it had to be faster than McLaren F1. They did outrun it eventually. And the other one is the truck. Semi. Driver sits in the middle. Where did that come from? To put the driver in the center of the truck, so he has a clear view from both sides.
This is the Tesla version. The Tesla truck version of the McLaren, exactly.
It might just be easier to make this and not think about RHT and LHT. Oh yeah, man, that's genius. Oh, it's the hotel already. Yep, that's it. Yes, guys, we're here. Feels like vlogging style. We're 167 kilometers away from Emperor Hotel. And we did a good job, dear friends. The average is 244 watt per kilometer. What's up with the battery? 36% left. Was it around 89 when we left? 90. It was... yeah, 90. That is our complete road trip. This is where it drops. Right, this is how you drive in Smolensk, guys. Charging your car on your way down. And look, the last 10 kilometers is 133 watts. The most important thing now is to start charging the car immediately. We have to put up the charging station as soon as possible. It's so beautiful here, guys. When you get out, birds are singing, everything is so beautiful. Usадьба Hotel is so great. And it's so cozy inside. Let's go introduce ourselves. Our famous three-phase socket that we shot during the first video of a road trip to Minsk. It's an old video, that's where Tesla was charging. We can do it here, but now we can do it much faster. Someone messaged me on PlugShare asking where will there be a charging station in Smolensk. He saw that I checked in Vyazma at the new station. Say in approximately 30 minutes. Be here in 30-40 minutes. Fantastic coincidence, but people needed it. It shows this was long awaited. And that's the plug for cars that run on water. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's a great moment. In a minute we'll open the way to Europe for electric cars. It's not only the way to Europe. Now the charging stations are connected. And now I can say yes, you can definitely take road trips on Tesla. You can go thousands of kilometers west of Moscow, wherever you want. And us setting up the station in Smolensk, this is the exact moment, the long-awaited ending to this story. We would like to thank this Vyazma Hotel's management for supporting this. Let's start. Let's go. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Who's faster? Yay, we did it! Finally! Let's update information on a charging station in Vyazma Hotel. It says there's a wall outlet, but it's actually 16 ampere. Yeah, that's not right. But here's what we do. We click Add a station, and we add here its type 2. And we're done. This is an amazing moment. We have said it over and over again about paving the way. But even if it wasn't paving the way, even if it was just one charging station, this is what people really need. They can come here and charge. Someone asked us, when will there be a charging station here? And now we have an answer for everyone who will look at this map. It's magic. Moscow Tesla Club set it up. Together with Smart City. Yeah, that's right. You should come to Vyazma Hotel. It's so great here. The thing is, we did not even have the time to have a dinner. And to sleep, even though we wanted to. But the car's already charged. The problem with charging stations is that it charges so fast that you have no time to relax. You gotta quickly get back on the road. We're going back to Moscow. Let's go. It's 5.5 hours. What did I sign up for? Why did I do this? We have a very important information for everyone who's watching us here. Not on TV, not on national channel. If you see this, we're alive. The cat is waiting for us. The cat's waiting, yeah, it's waiting. That's why we have to go back to Moscow immediately. We have to go back because we have to feed the cat. It probably ate everything it could already. The cat didn't anticipate I'd be gone for so long, so we're going back to Moscow. Let's do this.
So, here we are back in Moscow, and what a success! We installed 2 charging stations in 2 cities and created a convenient way for fellow travelers and a great route to travel from Europe to Moscow. And please share in the comments below what do you think about our project, and more important, please share how are charging stations developing in your country and your region, and what are the biggest issues you have with that, and how do you solve it. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. We're gonna make more videos of this kind here, and the most important, have a great day.